We need it again. Oh, no worries, Weezy Cheeks. I literally have been like practicing for like 2 hours off stream, and I figured if I'm gonna do it, I might as well pop in and just do it online. But no, it's all good, man. Are you serious? It's gonna make me do this every single time. That is stupid. Alright, fuck stream avatars. We're good. Okay. Today I will be resetting an awful lot in 1-1. That should have been it right there. What's going on, Dither? What are you up to today, sir? That should have been it right there. just noticed that like it made screenshots of stuff it shouldn't have been making screenshots of. One, two, three, four, five, 7, 8. All right, there we go. I don't know. If I was ambitious, I'd reinstall it, but I don't feel like yelling today. Especially since it's going to be over, I think, today anyway. Oh, God. Yeah, we don't do none of that bullshit. Hell with that. Happy birthday. Day's over. Well, that's good. I probably should have just spent more time with it, practicing and stuff before getting super involved, but when I play a shooting game once a month, I'm not really going to be happy with it. That's not 0.70. But at least we're on pace. I must have started the timer early. Come on, why wouldn't you fucking... The stupidest shit is ending runs. Why wouldn't you turn around right there? Like, what the fuck?
Hi, how are you?
Hi. I see you pop in and not say anything before. Why are you doing that to your husband? That's not fair. That's not right. That's mean. All right, so I did some practice. I've been doing practice for a couple of hours, so I did a couple of flagpole glitches that were off pace. So if that's why the numbers seem so high. I thought I had 2 in a row there. I honestly did. I got excited for like a half a second. Now, I've just been working on trying to get the auto splitter tuned in, and for the most part it is, but it still splits a little early on 8-4. It splits like 7/10 of a second early on 8-4, which I can sort of live with, but is we retime the runs anyway, so it really doesn't matter. But I'm just a perfectionist with stupid shit like that, so I just want to make sure it runs flawlessly. Even though I really don't have to. I was on a good little run there for a minute, now it's gonna go to shit. So what are you doing, Willow? Watching Facebook? I feel like all these are good attempts. I actually had one run offline go to 8-1 on pace. I forget what I even screwed up on. Oh, I feel like my input got eaten. Because I pressed the button to jump and it didn't jump. So I might have pressed the button a little early or something. So I had 1 to 8-1. I feel like these are all good attempts right now. I'm just not doing the input for the flagpole properly. But I've spent most of the afternoon on 1-1. That's too slow. But I definitely feel a difference from practicing every day instead of... And of course, I started the timer early. So I have to see if this is 0.7 ahead again. Oh wait, hold on. Fuck it. It doesn't matter. That was a good one anyway. I don't... Why the fuck is this thing constantly... The fucking splitter is... I should have never got involved with this fucking auto splitter. I like it, but I should have never gotten fucking involved with it. It's the biggest pain in the fucking ass I've seen since fucking COD. Come on! Hello? There's another good one. Point 3. Or 0.35, I should say. So not 3 seconds. 0.35 seconds. There. That's how much time Flagpole Glitch saves. Oh. Oh, gotcha. Yeah. We have all the basics down. Now we're trying to get to the more advanced stuff. So every more advanced trick takes 0.35 seconds off. So over 8 levels, if you add all that time up, it becomes a significant chunk of change. But I don't practice enough for this. Honey, if you're trying to explain it, you almost should use the bus stop or the bus station analogy. You're essentially every frame rule is waiting for waiting for a bus to come at a bus stop. A bus comes every 21 frames. That should have been good, man. That looked good the whole way. The flagpole glitch by itself only saves 19 in 1-1. That's why you have to have a perfect underground so you get the extra couple frames you need to save the 21. That's fucking... I'm getting worse now. I shouldn't have started a stream because literally now I'm getting worse. I don't know, couldn't tell you what the hell's going on. So what are you doing, honeys? What have you been doing all afternoon? Sounds tiring. How's the baby? How do you go from having stretches where every single one feels like it's gonna be good, and then you can't fucking buy an attempt? Too slow. Underground sucked. Run's over. Run is over. That's the second time he's fucking not jumped in the same fucking spot. That's the same place he didn't fucking jump when I was on pace earlier. Welcome back, honey. Fucking annoying, dude. Alright. Stupid computer question. Why the fuck when you click on a window to make it the active window and then you press a button to interact with said window, it still fucking doesn't do anything? I've never seen anything in my fucking life do this before. But Live Split, you fucking suck. There. I wanted to feel better about myself. Now I can feel like a fucking shitty speedrunner again. What time are you coming home tonight, honey? Just so I know about dinner and stuff. If you have any idea yet. I don't know. I fucking give up with this shit because I really don't understand why the fuck it's not working. I don't get it. It's gotten to the point where it's fucking baffling. I turn on the practice ROM, no problem. D7Os all the time. I do an actual fucking run, I can do fucking 100 of them, and I get 2 to fucking work. 2. No fucking idea. Alright, just say fuck it and just play because, quite honestly, I'm just getting fucking irritated. Yeah, for the most part. I was actually just thinking about, like, showing it if you want. That was too slow. There, you don't need to see me for a while. There, it's turned off anyway because since I switched windows, it fucked up, so just bear with me for a couple seconds while this run's going. There. Best case scenario. Alright. I don't know, did the review ever had any experience with, like, the auto splitters? Have you, you don't, I know you don't do a lot of speed running, but this stuff might be fascinating to you. Okay. Essentially what it does is, it looks just like this. And there's settings and stuff, which I don't think if I click on it. Yeah. There's general settings. Comparison frames per second limit, live capture region, like image settings, you can set a default threshold. Because that's how it depends, and then there's hotkeys and stuff like that. But essentially what you do is you pick, depending on, you pick your region, your I was gonna say, okay, now you can see it. You can pick your region, which is essentially, you just select like a square on the screen. You can select whatever window you want. So what I actually have going on is OBS. You can have your scene in OBS, and then if you right click on it, like my Elgato scene, you can have what the hell is it called? It's a projector. So essentially what it does is it creates like a little window, and you can customize the size on it, but I have it pretty small. You can have a projector screen of your scene that's not being shown on OBS. So that's what I have this thing looking for. So I select that window, and it automatically, because you can select, I can select the stupid, there's the controller for Retro Spy. But you can have it select whatever window you want to. So I have it select this projector window, so that way it has the look of the screen, obviously. And then the hardest part, down here in the bottom here, these are your thresholds. It's called the similarity viewer. The current image is basically whatever's on the right-hand side here. So essentially when I start the timer, I start the timer manually, obviously, because I have to pay attention to the screen on Mario Brothers when I actually press start, because it's supposed to be at minus 2.7 seconds. So then essentially what there is there's a set of screenshots that I've created. So this one right here, if it's big enough, I'll make this a little bit bigger even. And all it is comparing two images. So essentially, I'll just start the fucking timer. You can see you can see both screens of what's going on. I'll make it just a hair smaller so you can see like the actual timer going off. Because I think you should still be able to. Let me know if you can't. If you can read this text down here, like right here. But what I'll do is I'll start the timer. Then I'll reset it. There's a 10-second delay on the splitter. Okay. There's a 10-second you can adjust it, but there's a 10-second delay on the splitter. And then it will load the first image. So essentially all it's doing is it's comparing this image, the one on the left that's live, to the image that I have selected on the right. And then if you look at the similarities at the bottom, when the threshold, which I have set to 0.94, when that threshold is met by the picture that's live, then automatically it didn't do it because you have, for some reason, you have to have live split as like the active window when this happens. But all it's doing is comparing the picture on the left to the picture on the right. Whenever the picture on the left matches the picture on the right enough to where it meets the threshold, then it splits. Like that. And then it waits 10 more seconds and it'll load the picture for 4:2. So it's pretty straightforward. It's just the hard part sometimes is getting a picture to match. But you can take like, it was pretty easy because I was just playing through, and then there's the button on the left of it that says take a screenshot. So once you get screenshots that you want, it's pretty easy and straightforward. The hardest one that I found is trying to find one for when you touch the axe in 8.4. So it doesn't really matter how you play. It just matters as long as the image that you want is similar to the image that you're comparing it to. But of course, like a run like this would be over, so the next time the screen pops up, it obviously looks close to the other one, so like the run would be over and you just reset anyway. And then when you press, you have a button for the, I can't set the reset button for live split and for the splitter at the same button, which is stupid. Is like I have the, let's see, I have spacebar as the start for the timer. And then I have the alt right next to the space bar as the reset button, but I can't set the alt button as the reset button on the splitter, which I don't understand why not. Yeah, what's happening is here, it'll work with anything. So if I do this, the problem I was having with it was because you can start it and then, okay. So when I hit Bowser, I have it waiting until like Mario hits the axe. Like as soon as the axe disappears, like that's when the run's supposed to technically be over. What'll happen is, and I have the threshold set to 0.92. When I finish the run earlier tonight, I'd have to check and see if the threshold, I can't check it because I don't have it recorded, but I did have the threshold at 0.91, but what was happening is when Mario was running across the bridge about right here, and then right when I was about ready to jump, that's when the timer would go off. So it was going off like 7/8 of a second too early. So I'm trying to get it to where like the picture that I'm comparing is essentially 92% accurate with what's going on in the game, and that's the hard part. It doesn't really matter because the runs all get retimed at the end anyway. So really it's just me just being an asshole trying to have it work every time. So one thing you can notice, since I have it going right now, is there's live, there's whatever was the highest, and then the threshold is set for. So for 8.4, I have a threshold of 0.92 with this image. If at any point from the beginning to the end of the level, if it hits 0.92, it's going to set this off. So I'm trying to get this last image high enough, which is tricky. So like right there, the highest in that first room was 0.81. It's still 0.81. See, right now it's 0.75 already. So it didn't quite get up to it. So the highest it got to was technically 0.91, so it would never set it off. But I think part of it is because I'm in the practice ROM, and I mean, the entire top of the screen is different. So I mean, the only thing I can think of is maybe trying to do screenshots where it cuts off. Yeah, the info at the top. So that's the only thing. Like, it's weird. So I just got to go back and look at the stream when I actually finished the one run to see if it fixed it at all. But it's kind of hard to believe that all this junk at the top is only 9% difference in the rest of the screen. So we'll see. But that's essentially how it works. I mean, it's a nice little tool. I like it, but just getting it to work the way you want it to sometimes is a little bit of a pain in the ass. And then you reset it and you're about your business. And then I think you can create mask images so it only looks for like a certain spot. Maybe that's something I have to worry about. Like maybe having just Mario and maybe do an image where it's just Mario here in the center of the screen or something. Like right there. Who knows? Because it's the only time really when Mario's like jumping all the way to the right of the screen. But I'll keep messing around with it. It's definitely helped my practice though, I know that. That's for a fact. So yeah, the first 7 levels I have no issues with now. I think I've got it pretty much dialed in. It's just 8.4. But like I said, it really, really doesn't matter. God, I'd love to hit that just once. All right. Fucking knew that was gonna happen. I hate this fucking level. It should be so much easier than it fucking is. So fucking dumb. Of course. Underground was so terrible. Be nice if I could have a nice clean underground just once. Oh! Still lost a frame. That's funny. Oh, shit. See, now it's down to a threshold of a fucking 88, so I don't know what the fuck to do. That was fucking horrible. But I got a flagpole glitch and a bullet bill glitch in the same run. That's rare. That was super slow. Thanks for the GGs. Yeah, it started out pretty well, but I screwed up on 4-2, so at least we got one on pace today. thought I got that one too, honestly. I feel like I'm getting D7Os. I'm just not doing the flagpole inputs right. I think my timing's just a hair off. Gotta focus on that staircase. This will be the one I get it on. Thank God. 4:30. Might just do a couple of them, have some dinner, and maybe I'll be on tonight. Do a couple more, two more. That one doesn't count. Two with actual attempts in it. Alright, last one. Oh my god. Probably the best 4-2 I've had all afternoon. For that. That just killed that. This may be the first session I've ever had where, like, pipe jumps an 8-1, I didn't hit 1. Eh. Oh well. about par for the course. All right, I think that was a very positive session, I would say. A lot better than last night. So we got four flagpole glitches. We completed 11 of them, but the underground sucked on 7 of them. So it's really the underground that's our problem. All right, I'm gonna raid Quan. I might be back on later tonight, guys. I might not be. We'll see what happens. But in any case, I'll thanks for the love and support. I'll see you guys later. Be good. Be safe.